So thank you for joining us here today on St. James 114 on our YouTube channel. We are also going to be asking our junior warden today to give his presentation on light. I will ask everyone to save our questions for the end, and then if you do have any other additional questions, to please make sure you reach out to us and let us know. So for now, I'd like to pass over to our junior warden, Anand Persaud. The floor is yours. Thank you.
Good evening, brothers. So let me just get everything set up here for you. My presentation is going to be circumambulation within Masonry and religion. All right. The rite of circumambulation is perhaps the most overlooked of all Masonic rituals. This action is an inherent part of almost every Masonic degree and plays a critical role in the 3 degrees of a symbolic lodge. However, few Masons have ever truly examined this ritual or its symbolism. Even a short inquiry into its purpose will reveal that the rite of circumambulation is among the most universal and widely practiced religious rites in the world. When you become a Freemason, your Masonic mentor explained that the reason you are conducted once around the lodge or circumambulated the lodge, circumambulated the lodge was to allow the 3 principal officers to observe that you had been properly prepared and was worthy to receive the degrees of Masonry. That is the correct explanation, but is also a functional explanation. The truth is that the purpose of circumambulating the lodge was a greater symbolism. Arthur Mackey links the Masonic rite of circumambulation to the practices of the Greeks and Romans, who used it as a part of their sacrificial rites. Mackey hypothesizes that this was done to imitate the movement of the sun and from the east to the west by the way of the south. He claims that this is the influence of the pagan mysteries on what he calls the spurious Freemasonry of antiquity. A look at the use of circumambulation in the world major religions will give us another perspective. In the Old Testament, God ordered the Israelites to complete a circumambulation during the siege of Jericho. In the ancient Hebrew tradition, the story of Joshua's siege of Jericho displays the power of the Lord in encircling the city. And 7 priests with 7 trumpets of ram horns made the one circuit, a day around the city. On the 7th day, they made 7 circuits and the city wall fell. In later traditions, circumambulatory circuits are performed both to mark holy ground and it would seem to remember the power of the Lord that was with the children of Israel in the siege of Jericho. Where the passage of the siege of Jericho. Here's the passage of the Old Testament. Then the Lord said to Joshua, "See, I delivered Jericho into your hands, along with its king and its fighting men. March around the city once with all the armed men. Do this for 6 days. Have 7 priests carry trumpets of ram horns in front of the ark. On the 7th day, march around the city 7 times, with the priests blowing the trumpets. When you hear them sound a long blast on the trumpets, have the whole army give a loud shout. Then the wall of the city will collapse and the army will go up, everyone straight in." This is a picture depicting that. In circumambulation of a center also formed a strong part of the early Buddhist tradition of worship, especially the circling of the stupa, which is the hemispherical dome originally said to house a relic of Buddha. The dome or stupa, called the anda, which translates to egg, was said to have cosmic significance as the dome of heaven. The smaller superstructure on top was the Mount Meru, and the surmounting umbrellas signaled the Buddha's world kingship. The entire stupa was surrounded by fence, with gates in the 4 principal directions The famous stupa of Borobudur in Java was built in 9 levels with a circumambulatory around each of the lower 6 levels that took the pilgrim not only around the stupa, but also passed by its reliefs, depicting the early life, previous lives, and the instructive deeds of the Buddha. Muslims practice the rite of circumambulation during the annual pilgrimage to Kaaba in Mecca, which is called the Hajj. The Hajj is an annual Islamic pilgrimage to Mecca, Saudi Arabia, the holy city for the Muslims. Hajj is a mandatory religious duty for Muslims that must be carried out at least once in their lifetime by all adults. Muslims who are physically and financially capable of undertaking the journey and can support their families during their absence. Those participating in the pilgrimage make 7 trips around the Kaaba to imitate the movement of the constellations, or in other words, to imitate the movement of the universe created by God. Hindus and Buddhists also use circumambulation to imitate the movement of the constellations. In the Catholic religion, the circumambulation is used to purify the sacrificial rites of the Romans have become part of the modern religious rituals. But is this rite presence in those religions merely the impact of pagan traditions or more advanced theology? This is just pictures of the pilgrimage here. Now, astronomy has long been a part of every religion. Often, the movement of the stars and constellations is seen as a representation of God. The act of admiring his creation is amongst the purest form of worship. Therefore, it is no surprise that the rites of circumambulation appears in our lodges. The act of replicating the movement of the heavens around the lodge, which we are told in the first degree is representing of the universe, is among the most time-honored methods of appreciating God's creation. The Sat Fair is in Hindi means 7 circumambulations. Is one of the most important features of a Hindu wedding, involving 7 rounds around a sacred fire lit for the purpose amidst the Vedic month. The bride and groom circumambulate a concentrated fire 7 times, reciting specific vows with each circuit. Vows made in the presence of the sacred fire, which is called in Hindi called Agni, are considered unbreakable, and with Agni Deva, which translates to fire god, held as both witness and blessing the couple's union. Every fair taken holds a specific meaning. The Sat Fair, or 7 circumambulations, is as follows. In the first round, the couple pray to God for plenty of nourishing and pure food. They pray to God to let them walk together so that they will get food together. The second round, the couple prays to God for a healthy and prosperous life. They ask for the physical, spiritual, and mental health from God. In the third, the couple prays to God for wealth. They ask God for the strength for both of them so that they can share the happiness and pain together. Also, they pray so that they can be able to walk together while getting well. In the fourth round, the couple prays to God for increase in love and respect for each other and their respective families. The fifth round, the bride and the groom pray together for beautiful, heroic, and noble children from God. In the sixth round, around the fire, the couple asks for peaceful, long life with each other. Finally, in the seventh round, the couple prays to God for companionship, togetherness, loyalty, and the understanding between themselves. They ask God to make them friends and give the maturity to carry out the friendship for a lifetime. The husband says to his new wife that now they have become friends after the 7 vows, and they will not be unbroken for their entire friendship in life. Having exchanging these vows of love, duty, respect, fidelity, and fruitful union, the couple agreed to be companions forever. The process of Sat Fair acquires the more significance in that the couple prays for peace and well-being for the entire universe. Hindu marriages is a symbol of purity, sacred union, and two different people from the community and culture. All Hindu marriages carry out similar rituals with minor differences. This concludes my presentation on circumambulation and Masonic faith, as well as other religions. Thank you.
Junior Warden, very good, sir. Very good. Very good.
Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
I think we all waited, and I don't think we got disappointed here. So
In your face, Josh. In your face. Hey, yo, flex on him, please.
Man. Not bad.
Oh, man, there you go. Hey, listen, Brother Junior Warden, really, really great job. I think for me, my questions that I have to you is, and I'm not sure how deep you dug into the circumambulation of the religious aspects of each religion, and then comparatively to our Masonic steps that we take. But is there a difference, or is there a purpose or a reason why there's a specific number associated to the circumambulation of specific sites and areas? So, such as, for Islam, for, Buddhism, for Hinduism, as you've used as examples, and then comparatively to Masonically, is there a specific reason why there's a number why we go around specific things, right? So you explained 7 times in Hinduism, but what's the differences of the 7 times in Hinduism to maybe 3 times in Islam, in Buddhism? Do you know that answer? And if not, we can table that to figure it out.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I'm over here boring past Master Banks over here. So I did look into it. I honestly wasn't into it too much. I first checked on Hinduism due to, again, that is my religion as well as yours. I was actually trying to find out if there was a reason why it was 7. I just found out actually what the 7 was. It wasn't any specific reason that I found. It was just that it was the 7 things they picked, so it would end up being 7. If there was 9, it might have been 9. If it was 5, it might have been 5. So because those were the steps they chose, that was the 7. Honestly, with anything else, I really didn't dive in too much with the actual number and why. But I mean, good question for that. I'll definitely look into that. So
maybe that's your part 2, the differences of the reasons and the purposes of circumambulation.
Okay. I think that might be a nice 5-minute presentation.
Yeah, it would.
I think there's a lot that you can dig into that and create a part 2. So wink, wink. Start.
But did you not hear the way he said okay when you said that? He was like very, very. Oh man, I gotta do another one.
All right, brothers, I'm going to open it up. We got a little time for some questions before we wrap up our meeting here. But any questions for our Junior Warden on his presentation here for Circum?
I don't know, Worship Master. I think you gave him a body blow that put him on the mat.
All right. Trying to make me look a little bad. I'm just saying.
Nah, it was a great presentation. Only one thing I want you to correct. His name is Albert Mackey. I think you had something else. I can't remember what you
I said author Albert Mackey, didn't I? Or did I mess that up? I might have said author twice.
You said author Arthur.
Yeah, I think you said
Yeah, that was my mistake.
It's all good.
Yeah. Other than that, it's great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Don't you agree? Don't you agree, Josh?
So we waited a long time for this, and I don't know if you guys behind the scenes. Every week I'm texting this guy, your presentation keeps getting pushed back. That joint better be polished. I'm gonna tell you right now, it was polished. It was at one point. I think that you did an amazing job.
Respect.
Definitely thank you for your help as well, because you did spend some time with me, even though I knew you were busy on your end, but you definitely helped me out with it. So I definitely want to thank you with it too.
Right. I mean, you did have 18 months.
I mean, hey, I went through every religion. I'm pretty sure 18 months is a good enough time.
I think you did great. I think the way you presented the information was great. It's really hard for me to say and ask anything when you touched on so many different things. I just honestly, if you do decide to do a part 2 and go more deeper into it, I would like for you to sit there and do more in regards to the Masonry aspect of it and go deeper into the Masonry aspect. Because I think you touched on, you really, honestly, when you're looking at it, you broke through the surface of Fucking
There's just so much. I agree with you, John. There's just like so much information that's there, right? Everything from the purpose of the reasons, and I don't.
It has a lot of layers.
Yeah, but I've dug into a little bit of this as well too, just in regards to specific religions and then comparisons of religions and some of the similarities and like a lot of these other things. So I think you're onto a lot there. But yeah, I think that this could be potentially a part 2. So roll your sleeves up, get some research done, and come back with some more information for us.
I'm honestly not gonna lie. I mean, I actually like that. So I think I might do the part 2 to this, to be honest. I mean, at the end of the day, everything is growing and learning, and I learned a lot while doing this. So, I mean, to dig in further and to learn more would be just better for me, and especially for my, Masonic future. So I'm definitely down for that. Again, I can't tell you I'll get it done by next month or whatever. I don't want to do a time frame, but you could definitely see that there will be a part 2 to this. I kind of like all the directions that everybody's trying to put me into. And at least I have now something that I can actually put together to make something a little better.
Another thing I wish you went more deeper into would have been the astrology aspect. Because if you look at the seven liberal arts and sciences, the astrology point would have probably had a lot of stuff into Masonry.
And the number 7 too.
Yep.
Yeah, and the number 7.
That was a big one.
That's what I was talking about regarding like the numerology of like the specific conferences and circumambulation of the spot. I think there's a lot that you could dig into. But Brother Junior Warden, you did a really great job. Brothers, any other comments or questions for our Junior Warden?
Master, through you to being Junior Warden, I want to personally say that, you did an excellent job. I would have to agree with Master and the Secretary. Definitely need a part 2 to this. Basically, I would like to see, it tie into what we've learned in the Entered Apprentice degree, the point within the circle and how that ties into it.
The only thing I was scared about is I know that there's certain things we're not supposed to say out yet, out to the public. So there were certain things I was a little iffy about. So I wanted to get in further, but again, like I said, I don't want to go too far.
As long as it's not ritualistic, to where you are going into the ritual, you're going to be fine. Okay. And on top of that, you can also run it by me, and I will also help you.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, and I definitely also want to thank Justin too, because it was honestly a drive home where me and Justin talked. Senior Warden Turner talked about this, and this is where the whole idea came from. So definitely want to thank you so much for that too, JT.
No problem. Man, you, like I said, I have to agree with the Master and Secretary. All the brothers, you did an amazing job on this, and definitely, I'm gonna be looking for that part 2.
Thank you.
There you go, brothers. Well, for all of those that listened, we hope that you continue to gain your education and you learn a little bit from what we present here on our YouTube channel as well too. And if you have any questions, please reach out to us. You can get our contact information from our website as well too, stjames114.org. So please feel free to reach out to us and find out a little bit more about what we do. Thank you.